So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a very fast reference video of how you can upload videos or images to the Google Classroom. So on the left side, what you have is the view from the teacher. Okay, this is the teacher's point of view. And over here on the right, on this window, what we have is a student's point of view. So this is from an iPad that I have mirroring onto the MacBook. Okay, so this is from a student's point of view. So student's class, and this is the teacher teaching the class. Okay, so now if I posted an assignment, let me see if I have an assignment actually already posted. Okay, so let's say this assignment right here, assignment 1100. So let's say, this is just an example. My directions had asked the kids to take a picture of something or maybe create a video and then upload it. So then what the student does on their end, they'll go into their classroom, and since it is classwork, they're gonna come down here to the bottom where it says classwork, and then here's that assignment 1100. So they tap on it, and then so here is some of the attachments. So this right here is the video, and then that's pretty much all they see right now is just the video. So what the kids would do is, let's say they're ready to work on it. Okay, and right here where it says add attachment, okay, so the kiddos would click on add attachment, and then they have more options here than what a teacher does from the desktop. So like if you were on a computer and you were going to add an attachment, see, you only have the option of to pull something from your Google Drive, a link, a file, or YouTube. Since this is from a desktop computer, you don't have the same amount of options as a student does. So the student can go into their drive, they could attach a link, they can upload a file, they can pick a photo from their camera, they can actually use a camera, and then down here they can create a new doc. So if they wanted to use the camera, they just tap on use camera, and then you could lift it. So then, of course, on my iPad, I have the option here to do a photo or a video. So if I wanted to just take a photo of, let's say this, well, I'm trying to find something that they can, oh, here you go. Let's take a photo of this mouse. Okay, so now I have the option to use the photo, or I can retake it. So I'm going to hit use. And so what it's doing in the meantime is it takes the photo and it converts it to a PDF. Okay, so that way you could mark it up. So it doesn't leave it as a PNG or a image file or a JPEG. It actually converts it to a PDF. So then now the next thing it does is once it converts it, it attaches the image right here. Actually did it as a PNG, I'm sorry, as a PNG, not a PDF, which is okay because PNGs are image files, and you can go into it and mark it up. So now what the student does is they'll tap on turn in. This is just their confirmation. They hit turn in. Okay, so now they're done. So here they can unsubmit or they can add comments. What I'm going to do now from the teacher's end is I'm going to close out of this one. And I see here the assignment was turned in. So I'm going to click on it. Here is what the student had turned in right now. So I tap in it. And let me go ahead and make this bigger. Okay, so here is the PowerPoint. And then this one right here is the image of the mouse. So I just clicked on it. So here's the picture of the mouse. If I wanted to grade this, so like let's say I wanted to add a comment about the Apple image, I have some crosshairs, so I can just hold down with my left and then select the certain part of the image and then as soon as I let go, I can make a comment. Nice image of an apple. Okay, so now I'm going to comment, and so when the student receives the comments back, they can go into that part of the image and see the comment that I made that's specific to that. Okay, so let's say I am done. Here I can actually download the image, I can print it. There's more actions I can do right here. I can look at the details. So if I wanted to see the dimensions, when it was created, if I want to check the time, who can view it, who can edit. And these are the teachers of this class. This is what originally I had called this class. Descriptions and all that stuff. So if you wanted to see if they actually took the picture at a certain time, you could see the metadata in there. And then if you wanted to look at it even more and start to, I guess, modify it and do other things, you could do that too. You can download the image. And then if you wanted to send back a private comment about the overall assignment, then you could add it right there. So let's say we are done. We're ready to return this assignment. It doesn't have a grade because this assignment, when I created it as an ungraded assignment. So now I'm ready to turn it in, or I can return the submission. I can return multiple submissions. I'm just going to hit return because there was only one submission. There wasn't another submission. Okay, so now I returned it to the student, and I have the check. The check just means that it was an ungraded assignment, and I've already returned it. So now I'm going to minimize the teacher's view. I'm going to come back over to the students. Okay, so here's the students, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit the back arrow. Okay, so now as a student, I know, okay, I just got an assignment, it was graded. So down here at the bottom, I see classwork. So I'm going to click on classwork, and I remember this is the one that I just did, assignment 1100. I'm going to tap on that, and that's pretty much it. So now I know it's already been returned to me. Down here I have the comment returned, and since there's no grade because it was just a completion assignment, there's really nothing else for me to see. Okay. Actually, let's look at that comment. So I pulled up the picture, the image from the student's end. Okay, and if I wanted to see the comment that I had left, I had to click on that little arrow on the top right. And then I have to sign in. Okay, so read or add comments. So I'm going to tap on that. And so here is the comment. Okay, so now if I want to know, okay, where was this comment specifically at? Oops. Sorry, that was my little controller thing. Okay, so it shows up a little white, a little brighter than everything else. So it's grayed out around it, but the light part, that's where this comment, that's where it refers to. It refers back to that. Okay, so that's how you, let me get out of here because this is asking me if I wanted to leave a comment. I'm going to hit the X. So to view the comments, the student has to, let me go back to the classroom. I'm going to go back into the class. And then I'm going to go into the classwork down here at the bottom, into the assignment. I'm going to scroll up. Here is the image. I'm going to tap on the image. So to view the comment, I have to click on this little square up here on the top right. And then now I can see this little border, so I know, okay, I have a comment right there. And then I just tap on it, and then I could see the comment. Okay, so that's how the kids would view the comments. It's several different steps, but that's how they would do it with their device. Okay, and so to get the details up, I'm just swiping up from this little arrow. I'm swiping up, and that's where the details come out. Oops. Yeah, I'm just going to tap right there, and that goes down. Okay, so that's how you can add an image. So from the teacher's end, let me minimize this. So from the teacher's end, if you did want to add a picture, let me go back to, close this out. So let's say you did want to add a picture. So from the desktop, the only way you can really do that, I'm going to go into the classwork, create an assignment. The only way you could really do it is if you had the image in your Google Drive already. So maybe you took the picture from your iPad or from your iPhone and you added it to your Google Drive. You can do it that way, or you can just download the app on your phone. And you know what? Let me go ahead and, since I have it on my phone, I'm gonna show you what it would look like from a phone. Okay, so this is from my phone right here. So I have the classroom app right here. And so this is signed in from the teacher's point of view. So if I wanted to upload an image or a video, I'll go into my class, and then I'm going to create classwork. So I'm going to come down here to the bottom where it says classwork. Let me minimize all of these windows so it doesn't get too busy in the background. Okay, so here's my phone. So I'm going to come down here to the bottom where it says classwork. And now I'm going to hit the plus sign to create a new assignment. Okay, so I get the options of whether I want an assignment, a question, material, reuse a post, or create a topic. I'm going to go ahead and click assignment. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is from the top, this little paper clip, I'm going to tap on the paper clip. And so here's where I get the options to either bring something in from my drive, link from a website, use my camera, upload a file, or pick a photo. So I'm going to click use my camera. Okay, so again, I have the option either to do a video or a photo. So I'm going to put the mouse right there, and I'm going to click photo. Okay, so here's my options. I can either retake it or I can use the photo. I'm going to click use photo. And then I give it a couple of seconds. It converts it to a PNG file. Okay, so then now, if I scroll down, I see the photos right there. And it gives me this little image of an eye, because right now it's set to students can view. So if I wanted them to edit, so maybe you wanted them to go into that image and do, add something else to it, maybe an icon, or mark it up, like maybe indicate certain parts of the picture, you can do things like that. Or you can make a copy for each of your students if you wanted that. So each one of them would get their own image, and then the students can mark up their own copy. Where if you left it as students can edit the file, they actually can mark up the original. Okay, so this is more for collaboration, where every single student's going to have access to that file. This is where each one of them has their own individual file. Okay, so I'm just going to tap out of this, and then I would just assign it. So this was just assignment 1200. Complete, 100 points. Okay, and then the last thing you would do is just hit the little paper airplane, and that's okay. I'm going to hit assign. Okay, so now here's that assignment we just created. And I used my phone to upload the image. So then now from the student's point of view, so let me go ahead and minimize my iPhone, and I'm going to bring up the student's view, which is let me mirror it one more time. Okay, so this is now the iPad. So the iPad's the one that's signed in as a student's, from the student's point of view. So I'm going to tap on the classroom, the classwork, or actually the classroom icon. So I refreshed it. Here's the assignment right here. I'm going to tap on the assignment. Here's my instructions. This one's 100 points. Here's the image. I'm going to click on it. All right, so then here is the apple. So if I wanted to mark it up as a student, up here on the right, I have this pencil. Okay, remember this square was to leave a comment, but if I want them just to mark it up, here's the pencil. I'm going to tap on it. And then at the bottom, you have these tools. So it'll default to the marker. And so if I just run my hands across, I can start marking it up. This is a mouse. Okay, so then I can also come down here, and I'm going to tap again, and so now we get the color palette. So if I want it green, okay, I'm going to change it back to black. I can change the size of the mark, so it gets a little bit bigger. This one on this side is just a marker. Okay, and this one is the highlighter. Okay, and then if you want to type something out, you just hit the letter A, and then when you tap it, a text box opens up, and then they can type. And then from here, they can expand the box. They can actually drag it around. It's kind of hard to, you gotta get it just right though. To drag it around, it probably wasn't at the right spot, but they can drag the text around. Okay. Now, this right here is the eraser. So if they want to come back and erase it, they can erase whole things. If they want to just clear the page, they just tap it one more time and they can clear it and everything erases. And this one right here opens it up into another, actually it's the selecting tool. I thought it was going to open up another window, but no, that's a selection tool. Up here on the top, they have the undo button. So if they want to undo their last mark, so let's say that this is a mark and it's just too thick, they just come up here, hit that, and then they can undo this way instead of using the eraser. Okay. All right, so that's how they would do that. And let's say they are done. So now they're going to hit the back arrow. Nope, I don't want to discard. Sorry. Cancel. Oh, that's right, because when I set it, oh, actually there it goes. I was thinking it wasn't going to let me save because I set it to where students can only view. They can't actually edit anything. But let Let me give it some time. Maybe I did change it. No, I think I just set it to where they can only view. So even though I can mark it up, I can't really do anything with it because when I created the assignment and I assigned it, I didn't have it to where I can edit. So if I wanted to make a comment though, I just hit the box. Kids have to sign in, and then now I have the option to make comments. So if I wanted to make a comment about a certain thing, I can just hit the comment box right here. There's no comments. Okay, let me hit out again. I'm gonna hit the little dots. Not here. Save to camera roll. I could save it to my camera roll. Actually, you know what? It's not letting me make comments. That's probably because only students, because it's set to students can only view. If I had it set to where I can get my own copy, then I would have the option to do that. But as far as right now, the only thing I can do if I wanted to leave a comment is click down here. Actually, click this little arrow. This pops up, and then here is where I can add a private comment to the teacher, or I can turn in, or I can click there and then take my own pictures and then upload it back to the teacher. Okay, so this again, this is from the student's point of view, and I think that's pretty much it. Let me close out the student's view, and this is again, this is the teacher's point of view. So if you have any other questions, let me know. I can explain it a little bit more.